Hi everyone, it's me again, Solly. Welcome back to Big Screen Nation. But today I'm going to be talking to you about a small screen film today. It's called Underground 6. It came out last week on Netflix and everyone has been talking about it, but I've got my view on the film and here it goes. Right, this one might actually be a spoiler, to be honest, because you might hear me say some things that might give away certain things for the film. So if you haven't watched the film and you want to watch it, you don't want to know nothing much about the film, please come back and watch this one after you finish watching the film. Right, this film is about six people who are ghosts. Yeah, basically who are kind of like got their specific skills trained set and they're out to make the world a better place. Is the film is like sort of like a Mission Impossible style film, and there's a lot of action in it. It's an action film. So if you don't like action films, you will not like this one at all because this one has got lots of action. From the very beginning, it starts off with action before there's actually a real plot of the story. So when you're watching the film, you don't even actually know what's going on until after, the main action scene. Yeah, but it was quite sad because yeah, after the first part of the film, the first action scene, someone in the film dies, and it was a character that I thought could have been in the film a lot longer. But hence, they've got to make a tragedy in these sort of films for the film to kind of like flow. But in general, the film is about that, and there's they come to when they're making the world a better place. They're trying to overtop a dictator, and they get through a lot of mishaps and a lot of missions to try and get hold of this person and basically put the person to justice. That's basically the overall plot of the film. The storyline wasn't really too deep, more than that, really. And the film was you could say about 2 hours long. Yeah, the film was 2 hours long, and I mean, if it was something that I watched in the cinema, I would have maybe went out to get some popcorn and went out to get some more snacks because like it's got action. It's got a lot of action, a lot of action. There's quite a few funny bits in there as well, but it's just that because there wasn't much of a real story to the film. Um, yeah, it didn't really keep me too interested. I mean, it's not. It's like something that I would pause. It's some because it's on Netflix. It's something that you can pause, um, get your energy back, and yeah, go back and watch it again. It's not one of those ones that had me gripped from beginning to end. Although the action scenes were absolutely like OTT, like like basically OTT. They were just there's a lot going on, a lot of flying, car chasing, and things like that. Um, yeah, I mean, overall the acting was good. The acting was good. It's just because the story was just so basic. It had like although it's up to date and it's up to date in the terms of technology and buildings, cars, people, fashion, and stuff like that. But it felt like I was watching a 1980s action film. Yeah, where the plot is very simple and it's all about the body counts, how many people die, how many people go die, and how unique they die. If you know what I mean, it was that sort of film. But like if I was to rate the film out of a 10, I'd actually give the film a 5. And I think that's me being very generous. Yeah. I think like I like action films. Yeah. So I do like the action scenes where, there's mad car chasing, people flying all over the place, and some weird things happen. There was some creativity towards the end on, certain action scenes where they kind of like fighting on the boat and people go flying all over the place because of this mad device that the billionaire, who happens to be um, the leader of the team, happens to have this device that makes people go flying all over the place. I think that scene was one of my favorite scenes in the whole film, and that was coming towards the end. So basically, I'll give the film a 5 out of 10 because it had some really good bits in there. I mean, the story is basic. It's basic. And if they had a better story, and maybe if they cut the film down, made the film shorter, I would feel that maybe I would push a rating of the film up a bit more, because you know, you don't want a film that makes you bored. And you know, this is the sort of film that has got so much action in it that basically without a good story you could just switch off, because how many action films are there out there these days, and they're all doing the same sort of thing, car chasing, things flipping over. There's only a certain amount of that you can see. I mean, they was creative with the way how they did certain scenes to make certain, the way how people maybe die, or you know, maybe mash up themselves a bit different than some of the films I've seen. But in general, it's it's just a mediocre film. It's a mediocre film, and I don't want to have no disrespect to Netflix, because I like Netflix myself, but I can see why that film went straight to Netflix, and they didn't really push that film towards the cinema. You know what I mean? Because that is the sort of film that you want to watch at your own pace. So basically, that's my small screen review today on Underground Six. I hope you kind of like it, and you know, like, subscribe. I'll be doing more videos, so just keep posted. Thank you.